Okay, this is question number 2. What scenario could be modeled by the graph below? As you can see, the graph represents an inequality, and we want to figure out one of these scenarios that can be modeled by using this graph. The x-axis seems like it is number of orange, and then the y-axis is apple. So that's what the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to write x represents orange. To be more specific, it's a pounds of orange, and then y represents apples. Now based on that one, let's look at the graph and then find a couple of points to find the equation of the inequality. So if you look at it right here, the line passes at 5, so our y-intercept, which in this case is considered to be b, is equals to 5. In order to complete the equation, the next thing that we need is the slope. In order to find the slope, we already have 1 point. Let's find another point on this grid, and it looks like 1 3 is another point right here. This is exactly on the grid. So if we count how many units it goes down and then how many units it goes to the right, we can find the slope. So in this case, the slope, which is m, given by rise over run, so we're going 1 2 units down, and we're gonna go 1 unit over. So our slope is -2. So based on this, the equation of this line is given by y equals -2 x, which in this case is pounds of orange, plus 5. If we want to change this equation into standard, what we need to do is we're gonna add 2x to both sides, and then we're gonna get y plus 2x is equals to 5. Now as you can see, the area, this inequality is shaded, so we want to figure out which way to set the inequality. I'm going to use 0 0 as a test point. Test point is going to be 0 0, and then it definitely includes 0 0, so I want to get a true statement when I plug 0 0. 0 for x and then 0 for y. So I'm going to go ahead and then put 0 plus 2 times 0 is 5, and then I get 0 plus 0 is 5, and 0 is 5. Now to make this statement true, the inequality sign has to be greater than this one or less than, and then since the graph is not dotted, we're going to add the equal sign underneath the inequality. So our equation would be y plus 2x is less than or equals to 5. So if I have to word it, it would be the number of pound of orange plus twice the number of pound of apples is less than or equals to 5. So let's go ahead and then do this one in written statement. Y is the number of apples in pounds, so pounds of apple plus, this is for the plus sign, twice the number of pounds of orange is at most 5, is at most 5. Now notice why I use at most right here. Based on this information, at most means less than or equals to. It cannot be more than 5, but it can actually equal, so at most 5. And if you notice the word twice right here, that corresponds to this 2, and plus corresponds to this plus sign. Now we can look at the multiple choice and then see the right answer. So based on this one, it looks like C is the right answer. The number of pounds of apples, y, plus twice the number of palms of orange X is at most 5. And this completes our question.